Marvel's last 4 phases have been some of the most entertaining of any major studio, and 2022 still has a lot to offer fans. And the reason there's been so much content is thanks to the people working for the studios behind the scenes. Another new title released before the end of the year is the TV special Werewolf by Night. But what do we know about the show and Brian Gay's role in the MCU? Let's find out. First up, what is it like to work for Feige? Brian Gay is not as well known as Kevin Feige, the president of Marvel. If you're wondering who he is, he began working at Marvel as Feige's executive coordinator. From there, things changed drastically for him. He's since become the co-executive producer of Werewolf by Night. Plus, he's also the director of production and development at Marvel, and a creative executive on Ant-Man's newest installment, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, in the second season of Loki. He's moved up quite a lot since he started. Brian gave fans a view of what it's like to work for the studio president. He explained that he ran Kevin's office and would help him with the unusual duties of an assistant. He also ensured that Feige was sent the right reviews, accompanied him to the sets, and attended press junkets. We think it sounds very exciting, but that wasn't all. Brian wanted to learn how to make movies, so he told Kevin about his ambitions. Feige told him that he was in the thick of it and that he should learn from his experience because everything was important to make a movie. Brian couldn't help but gush about Feige's work ethic. According to him, the president is very involved with various aspects of the movies, from visual effects to casting decisions to costumes and so much more. Feige offered his input everywhere. In short, Feige is as incredible as we thought. What's happening behind the scenes of Werewolf by Night? Werewolf by Night is one of the first projects dealing with supernatural aspects. When Brian was asked to explain how it was to work behind the scenes of the project, he had a lot to say. He described one of the most surprising things to him as when Michael Giacchino was chosen to direct the TV special. Brian was able to see how unique the director was. Giacchino brought his experience as a composer to the work he did for Marvel on Werewolf by Night. With his knowledge of music, he did an amazing job setting the tone for each scene. So, at the beginning of the meetings, Giacchino would first ask the members to listen to a short recording of something he had either written himself or something he had used in a previous project. Even before filming a scene, he sometimes used a song he'd like to help everyone understand the scene's tone. Brian understood exactly what he meant. Music can be so emotional, and everyone in the room would immediately be on board with what Giacchino expected. So, the music he chose would tell the rest of the crew if the scene would be scary or funny. Next, will there be more MCU specials? According to Marvel, 2 specials are scheduled to be released before 2022. The Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special was first announced in 2020, with James Gunn returning to direct. We also know that the special will be set between the events of Thor: Love and Thunder and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. The Werewolf by Night special was announced much later, in August 2021. By November, we were also informed of the cast. Gael García Bernal was cast in the lead role as Jack Russell. Brian also described that Marvel doesn't have an exact plan for what they will release. They decided to release Werewolf by Night as a special because the specials on older networks inspired them. They wanted to do something unique. With Disney Plus, creators have more freedom to release what they want. They're not required only to release 3-hour movies or 10-episode TV shows. Brian explained that they could introduce new characters more gradually. With a TV special, they can dip their toe into something new and later explore the character in more detail. Brian referred to shows such as Charlie Brown Christmas as their source of inspiration. Just like how these specials made you think of a specific season or time of the year, they wanted to do something similar. With Werewolf by Night, the plot takes place in one night. Viewers would quickly go through the events and be left with questions. It sounds like a great idea to us. What better way to increase curiosity? Did Brian give away anything about Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania? According to sources, the newest Ant-Man project is going to be great. In the last installment, Hope and her parents weren't taken away by the blip. With Endgame, we learned how little to no time had passed for Scott when he appeared 5 years later. And in the final scene, we saw him sitting on the steps with his older daughter and Hope. Brian gave us no clue about what to expect from the movie, but he did have a lot of good things to say about the incredible cast. He claimed that everyone brought their A-game to the set. Plus, the director, Peyton Reed, has great comedic timing. He's very excited for fans to see the new direction that Ant-Man will be taking in Quantumania. In other words, first up, is Han Solo returning to Disney? Harrison Ford is returning to Disney, but not in Star Wars. Instead, it's been announced that he will replace the late William Hurt as General Ross. Ford will be playing a role in the upcoming Captain America movie. Captain America: New World Order will also be Anthony Mackie's first solo movie. In The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, we saw Sam Wilson give away Cap's shield, only for it to fall into the hands of an undeserving candidate. Fortunately, in the final episode, fans saw Sam Nam accept the shield and the responsibilities that came along with it. We don't know much more about the new project or Ross's role in the movie. However, based on Ross's role in the last few movies, we doubt he's there to make things easier for the newest Captain America. According to reports from Variety, Ross will probably be involved in some government-related mess to make matters harder now that the original Avengers are no longer alive. Besides Ford and Mackie, the cast includes Danny Ramirez, Tim Blake Nelson, Shira Haas, and Carl Lumbly. This will be Ford's first movie with Marvel, though he's worked with Disney before in the Star Wars franchise. Next up is James Gunn leaving the MCU. James Gunn has become one of the most in-demand directors in Hollywood after directing blockbusters for both studios. His movies, Suicide Squad and Guardians of the Galaxy, have earned both box office and critical success. As time has passed, James Gunn has become increasingly involved with DC. He's often told fans on Instagram how working on Suicide Squad was the best time he's ever had on set. Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special is slated for release in December. He's also working on the third installment of the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy. After that, he has no idea what his future holds, but he's recently given fans another clue. He said he finished the final movie and said, "That's enough space opera for me at this moment." This news comes after reports that Gunn may be more inclined to work with DC instead of the MCU. The Hollywood Reporter reported that Gunn would work on spin-offs and a secret movie for the franchise. This news disappoints Marvel fans, who have given us one of the best trilogies. But then again, it's amazing news for DC fans. Has Mephisto already been cast? At the beginning of Phase 4, multiple fan rumors were that Mephisto would appear in the franchise. However, a lot of time has passed, and we may finally have some more news. According to some sources, Sacha Baron Cohen has been cast in Ironheart as Mephisto. This is probably welcome news to fans who theorize that Mephisto has been pulling strings in the background. If you'll remember, his appearance soon became a running meme amongst viewers. The theory started with WandaVision and were recalled in Loki, Moon Knight, No Way Home, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, and even in the most recent She-Hulk Attorney at Law. If the news is accurate, fans will have to wait until fall 2023 for Ironheart to be released on Disney+. That's a wrap for this video. Are you excited about the Werewolf by Night special? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you at the next one. Thanks for watching.